everybody, it's Jeff Short with CHAUVET DJ, and I'm here with my friend Rick Peoples, product manager. Rick, how are you?
I'm fine, Jeff. How are you today?
Great, thank you. Today we're here to talk to you about two very powerful fixtures that look pretty darn similar, but are very different in some powerful ways. This is the Freedom H1, and Rick is holding the Freedom Q1N. So Rick, why don't we start with the one you're holding, which is the newer of the two. It says Q, it says 1, it says N. What does all that mean? Tell us about that.
The Q means the colors. Q is quad. So this light's red, blue, green, and warm white, where the Freedom H1 is red, blue, green, cool white, amber plus UV. 6 colors versus 4. Warm white versus cool white. The N stands for narrow. The optics on this is more of a pin spot. You're going to get an 8-degree beam angle out of the Q1N, where the H1 has a 21-degree beam angle.
So these things can be very complementary to each other. Give us an example of an application where these two might work together.
One example would be most people's weddings. You're washing a table with one color, and you'd use the H1 to get it up and wash that table with one of the wedding colors, and then you have a beautiful, elegant centerpiece that a florist has put much time into it. People spent much money to put on there, and you want to pin spot that centerpiece. The warm white and the smaller pin spot allows you to wash the table in one color and then highlight that centerpiece in a nice natural white light, so the true colors the florist intended to come out are going to be shown at that party.
Fantastic.
Make a beautiful wedding table.
And you know, the H1 actually with its beam angle is wide enough that it really is a wash light. So this can also be used for uplighting applications and downlighting applications, accent lighting of course. But the thing is, these are 100% true wireless fixtures. They don't have to be used together, of course. It depends on your applications. Choose the right tool for the right job. But when we're looking at comparisons, it's helpful to sort of picture in your mind what they could do together. Now, they come with gels as well and a gel frame holder. What does that do to something like the Q1N?
In the Q1N, the gel is going to diffuse the beam and make it larger. So it's going to take you from an 8-degree beam angle up to an 18-degree angle. So it's going to cut out your output a little bit, but it's going to widen your beam so you can cover a bigger area, and if you needed to, use it in a wash application.
Well, that's a good point. Let's talk about output, because this one actually has a higher wattage, but this one is more concentrated. What are the differences there?
Your lens construction. Whenever you tighten the beam down, you're concentrating that light into one area. So even though this is a 6-watt LED versus the 10-watt in the H1, that's such a wide lens in there, that light's distributed over a bigger area. So it appears to the meter and to your eye as a dimmer light. Concentrating the 6-watt as tight as we do in an 80-degree beam makes it a very bright, concentrated beam.
Sure. Well, let's take a look at that now, and you can kind of see the differences if we share these against the back scrim, holding them at about the same distance from each other. You can see mine is the one on the bottom, obviously, and it's got a much wider throw, much wider angle. And then Rick's, of course, is the Q1N. It really becomes really clear the differences between these two fixtures. And you can picture certain applications where that would be really useful together. So again, this is the H1, this is the Q1N. Tell us about runtime on these.
All the Freedom lines you can really expect, if you turn every color on in either of these fixtures, they're going to run at least 8 hours for you. On a single color would be at least 20 hours for you.
So plenty of time for any event.
Absolutely. I've done events where I've had 2 or 3 in a weekend, and if they're 4 or 5 hour events, and a lot of places you're an hour in, an hour out, or you just can't play there. I've done 3 shows in a week without recharging these. And that's going to depend on your color scheme that you're using. But I have had great success doing 3 5-hour gigs in one weekend without a recharge.
Fantastic. I mean, really durable, rugged housing, and of course, the convenient, strong magnet on both of these, so you can mount them to any drop ceiling frame or air wall frame or any sort of metal surface for convenient mounting options. They both come in these hard shell cases. They come in a pack of 4 that has the charger built right into it. You just plug that in and then plug each light in for charging. Really convenient that way. Rick, as always, thanks for walking us through these powerful tools, and thank you for watching. I'm Jeff Short with CHAUVET DJ. We'll see you next time.